Imagine a world where magic isn't just an art, it's an industry, complete with corporate ladders, quarterly reviews, and soul-crushing bureaucracy. You are part of a team of industrial mages who don't cast spells with wands. They compile them with code, debug reality with logic gates, and fight monsters with optimized algorithms. But now, the system is glitching. A rival corporation is trying to steal your source code, and the sequel to your last disaster is threatening to overwrite existence itself. Welcome to Sequel.exe, the second hilarious, crunchy, and intellectually stimulating installment in Macronomicon's industrial strength magic series. If you love programming magic tropes, workplace satire, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching protagonists hack the fabric of reality using nothing but wit, syntax errors, and sheer stubbornness, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in comedic fantasy, blending the visceral stress of a deadline with the profound joy of finding a workaround for the impossible. The narrative kicks off with the aftermath of the first book's chaos, as our protagonist tries to navigate the treacherous waters of corporate politics while dealing with a magical anomaly that defies all known laws of physics. The atmosphere is thick with the hum of server farms, the smell of burnt ozone and cheap coffee, and the creeping dread of knowing that every line of code could be a trap set by a rival developer. Macronomicon excels at capturing the psychological toll of working in a high-stakes magical environment, making every debugging session, every client meeting, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is not just firing, but erasure. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular magic as code trope and the brilliant corporate satire dynamic. This isn't just about casting fireballs, it's about optimizing mana efficiency, navigating office intrigue, and using modern programming logic to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and legacy systems. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy spells, craft overpowered scripts from rare materials, and completely shock arrogant executives with their unconventional, bug-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying, chiming ding of a successful compile to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of industrial strength magic lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't just a coder, they are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their sanity in a world that rewards ruthlessness. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow developers who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their friends watch them casually calculate the damage output of a recursive loop. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major system crash or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Sequel.exe is a triumph of the comedic fantasy and LitRPG genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Macronomicon has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the survivor. The system is live, but his future is bright.